Okay, good morning to one and all. In the previous lecture, we have concluded the unit number first is that DC generator. All our points we have covered in the DC generator, like construction and working principle of DC generator. Then there are types of DC generator. Again, we have seen regarding some of the characteristics, that is different types of generator characteristics, like OCC characteristics, then internal or external characteristics. So these characteristics is also we have discussed in the previous lecture. Now, again, we have discussed regarding the power stages in that of DC generator. Then we have discussed regarding armature reaction, what is meant by armature reaction, then what are the effect on that armature reaction, then what is the remedies to overcome the armature reaction. This point is also covered in the previous lecture. Again, we have find out the which conductor produces armature reaction effect, like demagnetizing conductor and the cross magnetizing conductor. Which are the demagnetizing conductor and which are the cross magnetizing conductor. So this part we have also discussed in the previous lecture. Now also we have discussed regarding commutation. So what is meant by commutation process, how it can be overcome, that means the remedies to overcome the commutation or to achieve the sparkless commutation. Okay, so that in that we have discussed regarding resistance commutation as well as by using an interpole technique. So this part we have already discussed in the previous lecture. Also we have solved some problem related to that, like some of the problem to finding a efficiency as well as finding a EMF of that of DC generator. Okay, so this part, that is unit first, we have concluded in the previous lecture. Now today we will discuss regarding second unit, that is second one unit is nothing but DC motor. Okay, so unit number second is that DC motor. So this unit second, DC motor. So first of all, what is meant by motor we will see, then what is meant by DC motor. So see, so DC or about the title of this unit, that is DC, it is nothing but direct current or the motor which are runs on the direct current. It is called as DC. Okay, DC is nothing but direct current or it may be a unidirectional current. And motor, do you know that the motor, it is nothing but it is an electromechanical energy converter, that is it is an electromechanical device which converts electrical energy into an mechanical energy. That means input of motor, it is in the form of electrical, and output which are obtained from that of motor, it is in the form of mechanical. Okay, that means DC motor, it is a electromechanical device, or the motor, it is a electromechanical device which converts the electrical energy into an mechanical energy. So why it is called as DC motor? So this motor which are runs on the DC supply, that is which are runs on the direct current, or the it may be a unidirectional current, so that we can call it as a direct current motor or it is a DC motor. Okay, now this is the just about the title of the subject, that is about the title of this DC motor. Now we will see regarding syllabus or the content on this unit, that is, so syllabus of this unit is that the principle of working, that means we want to discuss the principle of working of that of DC machine, which principle it will be work, then significance of back EMF. So before discussing regarding significance of back EMF, we will discuss regarding what is meant by back EMF. Okay, what is meant by back EMF, and then we will discuss regarding the significance of back EMF. Okay, back EMF significance or the their significance, or we can call it in Marathi, it is nothing but uddishte. Okay, so significance of back EMF, then the torque equation of DC machine, that is torque equation of DC motor, then we will discuss regarding losses and efficiency in case of DC machine. So in case of DC generator, we have already discussed regarding the losses in case of DC generator. So similar to that, I have also tell that the flow of that losses also, that means flow of the power also. In case of DC generator, in case of DC generator, the input it is in the form of mechanical. Then there are iron or frictional losses, that means a constant losses. Then the output it is in the form of armature, that is electrical output in the form of armature. And then we deduct the copper losses, that is variable losses, and then we will get the actual output in the electrical format, that is VL into IL. So this is in the generator form, but in the motor, reverse of that. That means input of motor it is in the form of electrical, motor's input electrical form मध्ये असेल. Then we deduct from that, that is copper losses, that is variable losses. Then we will get the armature output. Okay, so armature output, again from that armature output, if we deduct the rotational losses like stray losses, or it may be iron and magnetic losses, so these are the constant losses, and then we will get the actual mechanical power output. Actual mechanical power output we will get. Okay, so this is the actual flow we have already discussed. So that is losses and efficiency. Then the condition for maximum efficiency. And here we want to derive the condition for maximum efficiency. That is, at what condition the maximum efficiency of the motor it will be occur. म्हणजे कोणत्या कंडिशनला मोटरची इफिशियन्सी ही मॅक्सिमम असेल. सो दिस वी वॉन्ट टू ऑल्सो डिस्कस, दॅट इज मॅक्सिमम इफिशियन्सी condition. Then characteristics and selection of DC motor for various application. Again here the motor characteristics, there are different types of motor similar to that of DC generator, and their characteristics like speed versus current characteristics, or torque versus armature current characteristics. So these characteristics we want to discuss in this unit. Now starting of DC motor, that means to limit the starting current we are using the starter, or the starter, why it is important, that is a necessity of starter we will see. Then we will discuss regarding 3-point and 4-point starter. Then last one point of this unit, it is that the speed control of DC shunt and series motor. That is the speed control technique. There are some of the speed control technique in case of DC machine. So the speed control technique of DC shunt motor and the DC series motor we will discuss in this unit. That is unit number 2nd. So these are the unit content of this unit 2nd, that is the DC motor. So we will discuss regarding all this point. Now we will see some of the questions which are asked in the previous examination, like assignment question. So all of you take screenshot for that also. So this is very important question, that means it is asked in the previous examination. So see, first one question is that derive the torque equation. So torque equation we want to derive. Then list the different types of DC motor and explain them with correct diagram. Write the equation of back EMF for each type of motor. So equation back EMF, sir. This is one question. So similarly, these all questions which are asked in the previous examination. Previous examination मध्ये विचारलेले क्वेश्चन आहेत हे बघा. So explain the 3-point starter or explain the 4-point starter. See, the 3-point starter, it is asked for November 16, November 18, November 17, November 18. So that means all question paper there are this question it may be asked. So previous year examination and its difficulty level here also shown, and the marks at which it can be asked how many marks, either it may be 6 mark, 4 mark or 5 marks. Okay, so these are the different types of question which are asked in the previous examination on this second unit like DC motor. Okay, now so again this is also assignment question. So all of you take a screenshot of them. So these are the assignment question or some of the problem related to that. I will also put this question in the assignment bank also. हे question मी assignment bank मध्ये पण put केले. So now similarly these are the question. Now we will see the actual point or actual content of this unit number second is that working principle of DC motor. Working principle of DC motor. So before discussing about the working principle, we will discuss regarding construction of DC motor. So the construction of DC motor, it is same as that of DC generator. That means the construction is similar in the both machine, that is DC machine like DC generator and DC motor. दोन्हीचं construction same असेल. All part are there like yoke असेल, then field pole is there, then pole show is there, again armature is there. Okay, armature, then brushes as well as bearings. So all these construction part are present in case of DC motor. So as similar to that of DC generator. So this DC generator working principle, it is nothing but DC machine working principle. DC machine चा आणि DC generator चा आणि motor चे जे काय construction आहे, it is similar. So construction we have already discussed, like yoke is there, that means outermost part of this machine, it is called as yoke. So it will provide a mechanical support to the all internal parts of the machine. Again, poles of the machine, it is fixed or attached in the inner periphery of the yoke. So it is made up of either cast steel, cast iron. Okay, then similarly the armature, it is nothing but it is an rotating drum like structure. Some of the slots are provided on that armature. Okay, so this all part, this all over part, it is regarding the construction of DC machine. That means the construction for DC generator and the DC motor, it is similarly. Okay, so it is similar. Now we will see regarding working principle of DC motor. Working principle of DC motor. Now see the working principle of DC motor, that is DC motor, it is the electromechanical device which converts the DC power or the DC electrical energy into an mechanical energy. So it is called as a DC motor. As I have already said the definition, it is an electromechanical device which can convert the electrical energy like direct power, DC power, into an mechanical energy, that is output, it is in the form of mechanical. So it is known as a DC motor. Now the operation of the DC motor, it is depends upon or working principle of this DC machine, like DC motor. DC motor works on the principle of Lorentz force equation. Okay, DC motor, it will works on the principle of Lorentz force equation. So see the DC motor, see in your physics, I think in electromagnetic energy or in electromagnetic unit, in the physics of 12th science, you have people already studied regarding that. So see the principle of working is that when a current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field, then conductor experiences a mechanical force. So this is the working principle of DC motor. See statement of that is working principle of DC motor is that DC motor works on the principle of Lorentz force equation, that when a current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field, it experiences a mechanical force. Okay, see, suppose this is a magnetic field created by either a permanent magnet or the electromagnet. This is the magnetic field having an N pole and S pole. Okay, this is the N pole and S pole. Do you know that the magnetic lines of force, it will be passing from N pole to S pole. Magnetic lines of force, it will be passing from N pole to S pole. सो n कडून s कडे मॅग्नेटिक लाईन्स ऑफ फोर्स पास होतील. दिस मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड either created by a permanent magnet or it may be electromagnet. Keep in mind हे n आणि s पोल जे असतील either it is permanent magnet or it may be a electromagnet. ते permanent magnet असतील किंवा ते electromagnetic असतील. Okay, so these are the either permanent magnet or it may be electromagnet. These are the permanent magnet or electromagnet. Now see the principle. When any one of the conductor, suppose this one is the conductor, I will draw here the conductor. If the conductor, it will place, if it is carrying a current by giving a supply like a DC source. Suppose here it is I have used one of the DC source, positive, negative. See, and the current flowing from this conductor in this direction, current I. Here it is voltage. Now see, what is the principle? The operation is based on the principle that when a current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field, at that time the conductor experiences a mechanical force. See, here it is the field created by either permanent magnet or electromagnet. The field flux are passing from n pole to s pole. N pole कडून s pole कडे that means field lines of force pass होती. And when any one of the conductor, एखादा conductor, if it will be carrying a current, if it is carrying a current and if it is placed in this electromagnet, या इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेटच्या मध्ये काय केलंय आपण, प्लेस केलंय. At that situation it experiences a mechanical force. So that means या सिच्युएशन मध्ये हा जो काय कंडक्टर असेल, this conductor, it will experiences a mechanical force. That means it will start rotating in any one of the direction. Okay, suppose it is depends upon flux density on which sides. Suppose flux density on either this side, at that situation it will rotate, and this direction of rotation, it is depends upon Fleming's left hand rule. Direction of rotation, so either it will be rotating in clockwise direction or it will be rotating in anti-clockwise direction. So this direction, it is depends upon Fleming's left hand rule. Getting? What is the statement? Statement लक्षात आलं का? All of you getting statement? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, it is simple statement that when a current carrying conductor, that means ekada current carrying conductor, if it is placed in a magnetic field, created by either permanent magnet or the electromagnet, then the conductor experiences a mechanical force. So this is the simple statement. Now this direction of this mechanical force, it should be explained or it should be given by Fleming's left hand rule. That means it should be determined by the Fleming's left hand rule. Now I will show here, that is, okay, see here in this figure, see see it is reverse of that of generator. Generatorच्या reverse आहे बघा. See here, these are the n pole and s pole. This one is the n pole and s pole, and the lines of force, it will be passing from n to s. And if any one of the conductor, that is if it will be carrying a current, एखादा conductor आहे, if it is placed in between this magnetic field, if it is placed in between this magnetic field, at that situation this conductor, that is current carrying conductor, it will be start rotating, or the conductor, it will experiences a mechanical force. Okay, so see here the construction is same like s pole and n pole, that is either a permanent magnet or electromagnet. Then this is one of the conductor, or it will be coil. The conductor आहे किंवा एक coil consider केले आपण. So this coil, again it is connected to that of slip ring, and there are commutator segment. and the via brush, here it is brush is there, a brush ahe, via brush we have given a supply to that of conductor or a coil. त्या coil ला काय केलेलं आहे, supply दिलेला आहे, or it may be it is excited. See, electric current supplied externally through the commutator. Commutator through काय केलेलं आहे आपण, electric current pass केलेलं आहे. Now when an electric current passes through a coil in a magnetic field, the magnetic force produces a torque which turns the DC motor. Okay, due to that force or due to that magnetic force, there the torque it will be produces. So we will see the concept regarding torque. So torque is nothing but turning or twisting force, and due to that torque the motor start rotating. त्याच्यामुळे मोटर काय होईल, it will start rotating. So the direction of this rotation, that is direction of this rotation, it will be, it depends upon Fleming's right hand rule. Fleming's right hand rule. So these are the some of the statement is nothing but these are the viva question. All of you keep in mind the statement. So statement of DC generator working principle, statement of Fleming's right hand rule, then statement of working principle of DC motor, as well as statement of Fleming's left hand rule. All of you keep in mind. So working principles statement, that is काय आहे हे तुम्हाला माहित पाहिजे. Now similarly Fleming's left hand rule, also Fleming's right hand rule in case of DC generator. Okay, Fleming's Fleming's right hand rule, then Fleming's left hand rule also. Now see, this is the working principle. That means how it will be work according to statement we have explained here. When a current carrying conductor, ekada current carrying conductor, here it is conductor, we have form of one coil, that is we have taken a one single turn, and the current it will be flowing from in this direction. So at that situation, when it is placed in between the electromagnet or the in between the magnetic field, at that situation it will experience a force. So due to that force, this conductor it will start rotating any one of the direction. So this direction of rotation, it is depends upon this direction of rotation, it is depends upon Fleming's left hand rule. Can anyone tell me the statement of Fleming's left hand rule? Can anyone? I think you people know. Fleming's left hand rule. Okay, no one is no. See the statement of Fleming's left hand rule. I will show first of all diagram. See the Fleming's left hand rule. See, if first three fingers of left hand statement, all of you keep in mind, if first three fingers of left hand are kept mutually perpendicular to each other, that means suppose first three fingers, that means thumb is there, then first finger, or it is called as forefinger, and this one is the middle finger. If these first three fingers are kept mutually perpendicular to each other, first three fingers are kept mutually perpendicular to each other, at that situation the thumb at that situation the magnetic field or the forefinger shows that the direction of magnetic field, then middle finger shows that the direction of current flowing through that conductor, and the thumb shows that the direction of force. Okay, so see, if first three fingers of left hand are kept mutually perpendicular to each other, if the first three fingers of left hand are kept mutually perpendicular, म्हणजे याच्यामधला जो अँगल असेल 90 डिग्री, या दोन्ही मधला जो अँगल असेल इट इज 90 डिग्री, याच्यामधला अँगल इट इज 90 डिग्री. If the first three fingers of left hand are kept mutually perpendicular to each other, then the forefinger shows that the direction of magnetic field created by permanent magnet or electromagnet, then middle finger shows that the direction of current flowing from that conductor, and the thumb shows that the direction of force. Okay, see in this diagram, see here, if the magnetic field created in this direction, या direction में magnetic field create होते, then direction of current flowing from conductor, it is in this direction, या direction में current काय होते, flow होते. At that situation, the direction of force of that conductor or the conductor, it will be rotates in this direction. So these are the direction, it should be depends upon this Fleming's left hand rule. So these are the direction concept. That means the direction of conductor or direction of rotation of conductor in case of DC motor, it is depends upon Fleming's left hand rule. Okay, getting the statement?
Yes, sir.
Okay, see again I will tell, it is a very important statement. That means it is depends upon or it will show that the direction of rotation. See, if the first three fingers of the left hand are kept mutually perpendicular to each other, then the forefinger, or it is called as first finger, it will show that the direction of magnetic field. Then middle finger shows that the direction of current flowing through that conductor. Then the thumb shows that the direction of mechanical force or direction of force produced in that conductor. Okay, so this is the simple statement of Fleming left hand rule. And the direction of motor or the direction of rotation of conductor, it is depends upon this Fleming's left hand rule. याच्यावरती depends असेल मोटरची direction. So we can call it as either motor is running on anti-clockwise direction or clockwise direction. It should be depends upon Fleming's left hand rule. Generally, you people know that in our agriculture field, if your three-phase induction motor is there, so three-phase induction motor is there, if it is running in anti-clockwise direction, जर ती anti-clockwise direction run होत असेल, okay, then we are making the connection change, that is changing R phase to Y phase, Y phase to R phase. That means reversal of change in the current, change in the phase sequence. आपण phase sequence change करून काय करतो, मोटरची direction clockwise करतो. So similarly in case of DC machine also, that is current direction we are changing. In case of induction motor, similar to that of DC motor, we are changing the current direction by changing the terminal. एक्साइटेशन दिलेले जे काय टर्मिनल असतात ते चेंज करून आपण काय करतोय, मोटरची डायरेक्शन चेंज करू शकतो. ओके, मग जर सपोज याची करंटची डायरेक्शन आपण चेंज केली या डायरेक्शन न, देन अगेन मोटर विल बी रोटेटिंग इन अँटी क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन. ओके, सो दिस इज द फ्लेमिंग्स लेफ्ट हँड रूल. ओके, गेटिंग? इज देयर एनी डाऊट? त्याच्यामध्ये काही डाऊट आहे कोणाला?
No, sir.
Okay. Now see, we will see the next one point, that is the back EMF. Next one point is that the back EMF. Okay. See, when the armature of the DC motor, it will be rotates under the influence of driving torque, the armature conductor moves through the magnetic field and hence an EMF is induced. Okay, see, when the armature of DC motor, that is DC motor चे काय armature असेल, again construction, that is suppose this is a yoke, inner periphery there are some of the poles, inner periphery ला त्याच्या poles असतील, then this one is the poles and these are the rotating armature. Okay, so when we provide a excitation to that of conductor, that is armature conductor ला ज्यावेळेस आपण excitation देऊया, so at that situation when we provide a excitation to that of armature conductor and armature start rotating according to the principle of working of DC motor. DC मोटरच्या वर्किंग प्रिन्सिपल नुसार मोटरचा आर्मेचर काय होईल, रोटेट व्हायला स्टार्ट होईल. When the armature conductor start rotating or the start moving, they move व्हायला स्टार्ट होतील or the rotate व्हायला स्टार्ट होतील, at that situation the magnetic field in between, या दोन्हीच्या मध्ये काय असेल, मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड असेल. So due to that the EMF is also induced according to the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Okay, so according to the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction is that Faraday's law काय आहे बघा, when a conductor start rotating in under the influence of magnetic field च्या influence मध्ये conductor rotate व्हायला start होते, when it will cuts the magnetic lines of force, then the EMF is induced in that conductor. त्या कंडक्टर मध्ये EMF काय होतो, इंड्यूस होतो. हे प्रिन्सिपल आपण डीसी जनरेटर मध्ये ऑलरेडी बघितलं. ओके, सो सिमिलर टू that is similar in case of DC motor, when the conductor start rotating, ज्यावेळेस कंडक्टर रोटेट व्हायला स्टार्ट होतील, at that situation due to that current flowing through that of conductor under the influence of magnetic field, so the EMF is induced in that of conductor according to the EMF is induced in that of conductor according to the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Okay, so we have already discussed the Faraday's law. Now, but this induced EMF, it is in the opposite direction. So according to the Lenz law, this induced EMF, it is in the opposite direction according to the Lenz law, so that it is called as back EMF. Okay, so that it is called as back EMF or it is called as counter EMF. So why it is called as counter EMF? Why it is called as counter EMF? That means it will act opposite to that of supply voltage. It will act opposite to that of supply voltage. Just one. Okay, see, we are seeing the concept related to back EMF. See, what is meant by back EMF? That means this point is that the significance of back EMF. But first of all, we know the back EMF. What is meant by back EMF? So that's why I am telling that when the armature of DC motor, it will be rotated under the influence of driving torque. That means under the influence of driving torque. At that situation, when the armature conductor, it will move in the magnetic field, at that situation it will produces a EMF. It will induces an EMF in that conductor. त्या कंडक्टर मध्ये EMF induce होईल according to the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. But this induced EMF, it will be at opposite direction as that of applied voltage. हा जो काही induced EMF असेल तो applied voltage च्या opposite direction ना act होईल. So that see here the in this diagram, here it is voltage direction is given downward direction. So this is supply voltage current, it will be flowing from here. This is the shunt field current, this is the armature current. Voltage, it is applied in this direction, and the EMF induced in that conductor, that is this EMF, it will be act in the opposite direction. All of you keep in mind. So this is represented as EB. Okay, so this is similar in case of generator, it is represented as a EG म्हणून आपण जनरेटर मध्ये रिप्रेझेंट करतो, that is generated EMF, and the EB, it is nothing but back EMF. EB is nothing but back EMF. So why it is called as back EMF? All of you keep in mind. So this EMF, that is induced EMF, it will be act in the opposite direction to that of voltage. Voltage च्या opposite direction ना act होतो, so that it is known as a back EMF, or it is also called as counter EMF. It is also called as counter EMF. Getting? According to Lenz law, it is acts in the opposite to that of supply voltage. So it is known as back EMF or the counter EMF. Getting? What is meant by back EMF? Why it is called as back EMF? All of you understand, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see, there are some of the significance of that of back EMF. So back EMF, there are some of the significance. काही significance आहेत. So in case of back EMF, if the presence of back EMF, that means जर मोटर मध्ये back EMF present असेल, that means in the presence of back EMF, the DC motor, it is a self-regulating machine. Okay, so see diagram here I have shown, motor ची diagram दाखवली आहे तुम्हाला. So supply voltage P, load current or the load current of that is supply current, it is nothing but IL. Armature current of the machine, it is nothing but IA. Then field current of that motor, it is nothing but ISH. Field current काय आहे? ISH. Supply voltage, it is in this direction, and the back EMF, it will be acts in the opposite direction. Back EMF काय होतोय? Opposite direction ना act होतोय. Okay. Now see, if the back EMF, it will be present in that machine or in that motor. So in the presence of back EMF, the DC motor, it is a self-regulating machine. It is a self-regulating machine. Okay, DC motor, it is a self-regulating machine. So that means, what is meant by self-regulating machine? That means this motor, it makes the motor current, or it will draws a motor current as much armature current which is sufficient to develop the torque required by the load. बघा लक्षात घ्या. सपोज याच्यावरती एखादा लोड आहे, मेकॅनिकल लोड आहे, म्हणजे मेकॅनिकल लोडिंग केलेलं आहे. सपोज डायरेक्ट शाफ्टचं लोडिंग केलेलं आहे, म्हणजे फोर्स दिलेलं आहे. सो दिस इज मेकॅनिकल लोडिंग. सो व्हाय इट इज कॉल्ड एज सेल्फ रेग्युलेटिंग मशीन? दॅट मीन्स सेल्फ रेग्युलेटिंग मशीन, दॅट इज इट मेक्स द मोटर, म्हणजे बॅक ईएमएफ मुळे काय होईल? इट विल मेक्स द मोटर to draw a much amount of armature current from the supply which is just sufficient to develop the torque required by the load. म्हणजे लोडला जेवढा टॉर्क रिक्वायर्ड आहे तेवढ्या अमाउंट ऑफ करंट सप्लाय कडून काय करते? मोटर घेते. ओके, दॅट मीन्स मोटर इट विल टेक्स द मच अमाउंट ऑफ करंट which is sufficient to that of torque produced, or which is sufficient to the required torque which is required by the load. बघा लक्षात घ्या. सपोज लोड डिक्रीजेस, याचा अर्थ काय होतो बघा? इफ द लोड डिक्रीजेस, then the torque of the machine, it will be decreases. So that means if the torque decreases, at that situation machine will take a sufficient amount of current from the supply, किंवा sufficient amount of current from the armature. लक्षात घ्या. सपोज मोटरवरचा टॉर्क आहे इथं, if it is torque, it is 10 Newton, and the load of the machine, it is nothing but suppose 10 kg. Okay, 10 kg load आहे, and the torque of the machine, it is nothing but 10 Newton. At that situation, motor take a 10 ampere current from the supply. For example, we are seeing one example. See, why it is called as self-regulating? That means if the load on the machine, it will be decreases. जर मशीनचा लोड किंवा मोटरचा लोड काय केला? डिक्रीज केला. So if the load on the machine will be decreases, at that situation the torque on that machine will be decreases, or motor will generate a sufficient amount of torque which is required to that of load. या लोडला जेवढा required torque आहे तेवढाच torque काय होईल? प्रोड्यूस होईल. That means the torque on the motor, it will be decreases. So due to the torque decreases, the motor takes current is also decreases. सपोज हा करंट सपोज 9 न्यूटन आहे, दॅट इज टॉर्क, आणि आपण लोड पण कमी केला, इट इज 9 kg. ओके, इट इज 9 kg. सो दॅट करंट टेकन फ्रॉम द सप्लाय, इट इज ऑल्सो रिड्युसेस अप टू 9 एम्पियर. 9 एम्पियर ला करंट काय होईल? दॅट मीन्स कमी होईल. दॅट मीन्स इट विल बी डिक्रीजेस. सो दॅट इट इज कॉल्ड एज सेल्फ रेग्युलेटिंग मशीन. Getting why it is called as self-regulating machine? That means it is make a motor, due to back EMF, it will makes a motor to draw a sufficient armature current from the supply, which is that means to develop a sufficient torque which is required by the load. Load ला जेवढा टॉर्क रिक्वायर्ड आहे, तो टॉर्क प्रोव्हाइड करण्यासाठी जेवढा करंट पाहिजे तेवढाच करंट काय करेल? मोटर घेईल. सो दिस इज नथिंग बट सेल्फ रेग्युलेटिंग मशीन. म्हणजे ड्यू टू बॅक ईएमएफ, बॅक ईएमएफ इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट इन केस ऑफ डीसी मशीन. ओके, बॅक ईएमएफ it is important in case of DC machine. That is, it will makes a motor to draw a sufficient amount of armature current to develop a sufficient torque which is required by the load. जेवढा लोड ला टॉर्क रिक्वायर्ड आहे तेवढा टॉर्क प्रोड्यूस करण्यासाठी जेवढा काय करंट लागेल तेवढा करंट मोटर काय करेल? ड्रॉ करेल. सो दॅट इट इज known as back EMF. That is, so that it is known as सेल्फ रेग्युलेटिंग मशीन. त्याच्यामुळे त्याला सेल्फ रेग्युलेटिंग मशीन असं म्हणतात. ओके, दॅट मीन्स इफ लोड डिक्रीजेस द टॉर्क रिक्वायरमेंट इज डिक्रीजेस. इफ द टॉर्क रिक्वायरमेंट इज डिक्रीजेस then the current taken from the supply it is also decreases. सप्लाय कडून घेतलेला जो काही करंट असेल तो पण डिक्रीज होईल. ओके, if the load increases, if the load on the machine is, it will be increases. At that situation the torque requirement of that machine it is increases. If the torque requirement of that machine it will be increases, then torque requirement ज्यावेळेस increase होईल. At that situation motor takes a sufficient amount of current from the supply. That means current required which is also increases. Required current पण काय होईल, increase होईल. Getting? लक्षात आलं का? What is the function of back EMF? लक्षात आलं का? So it is very important point. Define the back EMF and tell the significance of back EMF. We will see the significance one by one. Okay, one by one आपण significance घेऊया. So हे लक्षात आलं का तुमच्या?
हॅलो सर.
हा, यस
सर ते बॅक ईएमएफ जे इंड्युसर होत आहे त्याचा आपल्या मेन सप्लायवर काय इफेक्ट होणार का? म्हणजे आपण जे मेन सप्लाय कडे दिलेला आहे तुम्ही त्याच्यावर काय इफेक्ट होईल का त्याचा?
नो नो नो, द इफेक्ट ऑफ नॉट एनी इफेक्ट ऑफ बॅक ईएमएफ इफ द मशीन इट विल बी रनिंग इन नॉर्मल कंडिशन. जर मशीन नॉर्मल कंडिशनला रन होत असेल, at that situation back EMF of the machine it is equal to that of supply voltage. Supply voltage च्या equal असेल. So according to the equation there is a no effect of back EMF on that of supply voltage. Supply voltage वरती काही इफेक्ट नसेल. Just we are using a KVL and finding the value of back EMF as well as terminal voltage. म्हणजे टर्मिनल व्होल्टेज किती असेल, back EMF always it is less than that of terminal voltage. Terminal voltage पेक्षा less असेल because there are armature voltage drop. त्याच्यामध्ये armature voltage drop असेल. Or if there are armature reaction it is taken into account. जर armature reaction चा effect account मध्ये घेतला then also there is a back EMF it will be reduces. Okay, so see सेल्फ रेग्युलेटिंग मशीन म्हणतो आपण याला. जर बॅक ईएमएफ प्रेझेंट असेल देन अँड देन ओनली वी कॅन कॉल इट एज अ सेल्फ रेग्युलेटिंग मशीन. आणि बॅक ईएमएफ कधी डेव्हलप होतो, व्हेन मशीन स्टार्ट रोटेटिंग. ज्यावेळेस मोटर रोटेट व्हायला स्टार्ट होईल at that situation back EMF will be developed. At a standstill condition the back EMF of the machine it will be nearly equal to that of 0. Okay, now see we will see that is self-regulating machine. I will write one of the voltage equation of that machine. या machine चं मी जर voltage equation लिहिलं, suppose terminal voltage V it is equals to back EMF of the machine that is EB plus armature voltage drop that is IaRa. Armature voltage drop it is IaRa. Okay, now see according to this suppose I am calculating the equation of IA. जर मी IA चे इक्वेशन कॅल्क्युलेट करत असेल, IA इज इक्वल्स टू टर्मिनल व्होल्टेज V मायनस EB, टर्मिनल व्होल्टेज V मायनस EB डिवायडेड बाय RA. सी काय सांगितलं मी, ड्यू टू बॅक EMF द मशीन और मोटर इट इज ऍक्ट एज अ सेल्फ रेग्युलेटिंग मशीन. म्हणजे स्वतः रेग्युलेट होते असा त्याचा अर्थ होतो. जर बॅक EMF लोड डिक्रीज झाला, मोटरचा टॉर्क डिक्रीज होईल. टॉर्क डिक्रीज झाला की सप्लाय कडून येणारा करंट पण डिक्रीज होईल. सिमिलरली इफ द लोड इन्क्रीजेस म्हणजे ते स्वतः रेग्युलेट करते, जशी रिक्वायरमेंट असेल तसं रेग्युलेशन होतं. सो सिमिलरली इफ द लोड रिक्वायर्ड इन्क्रीजेस देन टॉर्क रिक्वायरमेंट इज इन्क्रीजेस. इफ द टॉर्क रिक्वायरमेंट इज इन्क्रीजेस at that situation the current requirement is also increases. Current requirement काय will increase. So according to this we have calculated the armature current equation. या इक्वेशन वरून मी एक आर्मेचर करंट इक्वेशन लिहिलं. IA इज इक्वल्स टू V मायनस EB डिवायडेड बाय RA. ओके, V मायनस EB डिवाइडेड बाय RA. हा EB जो आहे लेफ्ट हँड साइडला शिफ्ट केला आणि RA again RA it is on the denominator side. So V minus EB divided by RA. Now see if the RA it is very small, that is armature resistance जर small असेल, at that situation IA is equals to V minus EB, right? V minus EB. Now see इन दॅट फर्स्ट वन सिग्निफिकन्स काय आहे बघा. पहिला मोटर मशीन सेल्फ रेग्युलेटिंग आहे. when the motor it is running on a no load condition. जर मोटर नो लोड कंडिशनला काय होते, रन होते. सो डू यू नो दॅट द टॉर्क रिक्वायरमेंट ऍट नो लोड कंडिशन इट इज मिनिमम. किती असेल टॉर्क रिक्वायरमेंटचे, मोटर नो लोड कंडिशनला रन होते. ओके, व्हॉट इज अबाउट टॉर्क. मोटरवरती लोड पुट केली नाही, मोटर इट इज रनिंग ऑन फ्री. व्हॉट अबाउट टॉर्क.
0.
Not a zero. That means the torque it is minimum, because torque requirement it is only due to overcome the friction and windage loss. म्हणजे त्याच्यामध्ये फ्रिक्शन असणार आहे कारण रोटेट व्हायला स्टार्ट होते. सो त्या फ्रिक्शन इट इज नथिंग बट वन टाइप ऑफ लॉस और वन टाइप ऑफ लोड. सो टू ओव्हरकम दॅट फ्रिक्शन द मोटर टेक्स अ मिनिमम करंट. मोटर काय करेल, मिनिमम करंट घेईल. So the motor it will takes the minimum current from the armature, that is armature current is small, hence the back EMF of the machine it is nearly equal to that of supply voltage. Back EMF of the machine it is nearly equal to that of supply voltage. So जर बघा consider करा at a no load condition motor वरती लोड नाहीये. ओके, म्हणजे मेकॅनिकल लोडिंग केलेलं नाही. So torque requirement for the motor it is nearly equal to that of torque requirement it is only to overcome the friction and windage loss. जेवढा फ्रिक्शन आणि विंडेज लॉस आहे तेवढाच लॉस ओव्हरकम करण्यासाठी आपल्याला टॉर्क लागेल. सो दॅट मोटर टेक अ मिनिमम करंट, दॅट इज अ स्मॉल करंट. मोटर टेक अ स्मॉल करंट. सो ऍट दॅट सिच्युएशन इफ द मोटर इट विल टेक अ स्मॉल करंट, so at that situation the back EMF of the machine it is nearly equal to that of supply voltage. बघा सपोज सप्लाय व्होल्टेज 230 व्होल्ट आहे आणि इट इज नियरली इक्वल टू सपोज आय हॅव टेकन 280 व्होल्ट. ओके, 280 व्होल्ट बॅक EMF, सॉरी 228 सॉरी 228. that means it is nearly equal to, or it may be 229. so nearly armature current of that machine it is nearly equal to 1 ampere or it may be 2 ampere. So at that situation the motor armature current it is equals to minimum, and the back EMF at that situation it is nearly equal to that of supply voltage. जेवढे supply voltage असेल त्याच्या near about असेल. So this is first one significance. पहिला significance काय आहे बघा. when the motor is running on no load condition it is very important point. back EMF आणि त्याचे significance. so see back EMF चा concept मी सांगितला तुम्हाला. अगेन इट इज कॉल्ड एज सेल्फ रेग्युलेटिंग मशीन मी म्हटलं. देन त्याचा सिग्निफिकन्स, फर्स्ट वन सिग्निफिकन्स इज दॅट when the motor it is running on no load condition, ज्यावेळेस मोटर नो लोड कंडिशनला आहे, at that situation load current of that motor it is minimum because torque requirement is minimum and torque required it is nearly to overcome the armature to overcome the friction and windage loss. फ्रिक्शन जे आहे तेवढंच ओव्हरकम करण्यासाठी टॉर्क लागेल. सो दिस टॉर्क इज मिनिमम सो दॅट द मोटर करंट इट इज मिनिमम. मोटर करंट काय असेल, मिनिमम असेल. ऍट दॅट सिच्युएशन द बॅक EMF ऑफ द मशीन इट इज नियरली इक्वल टू दॅट ऑफ सप्लाय व्होल्टेज. दिस इज फर्स्ट वन बॅक EMF. नाउ सी इफ सेकंड वन इज दॅट, second one back EMF significance is that if the motor it is suddenly loaded. जर मोटर काय केली, सडनली लोड केली. मोटर काय केली, सडनली लोड केली म्हणजे अचानक तिच्यावरती लोड पुट केली. ऍट दॅट सिच्युएशन पहिला इफेक्ट काय होईल बघा. फर्स्ट इफेक्ट इट विल कॉज टू द आर्मेचर ऑफ द मशीन इट विल बी स्लोज डाऊन. सपोज बघा 1500 RPM न मोटर रन होते पहिल्या नो लोड कंडिशनला, आणि या मोटरवरती आपण जर सडनली लोड दिला, इफ द मोटर इट इज सडनली लोडेड, ऍट दॅट सिच्युएशन फर्स्ट इफेक्ट इट विल बी ऑकर इज दॅट द मोटर आर्मेचर इट विल बी स्लोज डाऊन. दॅट मीन्स मोटरचं जे काय आर्मेचर 1500 RPM न रन होतंय त्याचं स्पीड काय होईल, रिड्यूस. दॅट इज मोटर आर्मेचर इट विल बी स्लोज डाऊन. ओके, सो इफ द मोटर आर्मेचर इट इज स्लोज डाऊन, therefore the speed of armature conductor that means speed of armature conductor it will be reduces. आर्मेचर कंडक्टर ज्या स्पीडनं रन होत होते ते काय होईल, रिड्यूस होईल. ओके, and if the speed of the machine it will be reduces, then the back EMF of the machine it will be reduces. बघा लक्षात घ्या, पहिला इफेक्ट काय होईल, जर मी सडन त्याच्यावरती लोड दिला, if the motor it will get suddenly loaded, at that situation the motor armature it will be slows down. Motor armature it will be slows down. That means the firstly armature conductor if it is rotating in 1500 rpm 1500 rpm ला रोटेट होत आहेत, so its speed it can be reduced. त्याचं स्पीड काय होईल, रिड्यूस होईल. ओके, and back EMF it will be reduces. Back EMF काय होईल, रिड्यूस होईल. So or back EMF it will be false. If this decreased back EMF decrease झाल्यामुळं it will increase the armature current, or it may be it will take a large current from the supply. See, according to this equation, बघा स्पीड कमी झालं मोटरचं स्पीड कमी होईल, त्याचा इफेक्ट कशावरती होतोय, बॅक EMF वरती होतोय. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस इक्वेशन, जे जनरेटेड इक्वेशन मध्ये EG होतं, EG इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू N is directly proportional to EB upon phi. हे इक्वेशन आहे आपलं, N is directly proportional to EB divided by phi. From this equation, if the speed decreases, ज्यावेळेस स्पीड डिक्रीज होईल, at that situation EB of the machine it will be decreases. हे लक्षात आलं या इक्वेशन वरून. So see, if the EB of the machine it will be false, EB false झाला, सो EB याच्यामधला कमी झाला. मी पहिल्यांदा 229 घेतला होता, हा EB सपोज 220 वोल्ट घ्या. ओके, सो 230 minus 220 what is the value? 230 minus
10.
220 it is nothing but 10. पहिल्यांदा 1 ampere current होता, now it is 10 ampere current. That means motor takes the large current from the supply. Okay, motor current it will takes the large current from the supply which is flows through the armature, and due to that large current it means that its driving torque it will be increases. Motorचा driving torque काय will increase will. Okay, so motor driving torque it will be increases, and due to torque increases motor it will be slows down. Motor काय झाली, slows down झाली, and now the motor will stop slowing down. म्हणजे मोटरचं स्पीड कुठपर्यंत कमी येईल, मोटर एका कंडिशनला stops slowing down when the armature current which is just sufficient to produce the increased torque which is required by the load. ओके, याच्यामुळे काय होईल, टॉर्क इन्क्रीज होईल. टॉर्क इन्क्रीज झाला की मोटर स्लोज डाऊन होतीये, म्हणजे मोटरचं स्पीड कमी होते. एका पोझिशनला मोटरचं स्पीड कमी होणं स्टॉप होईल. कोणत्या पोझिशनला, द मोटर करंट विच इज जस्ट सफिशियंट टू प्रोड्यूस द करंट विच इज रिक्वायर्ड बाय द टॉर्क विच इज रिक्वायर्ड बाय द लोड. लोडला जेवढा टॉर्क रिक्वायर्ड आहे तेवढा टॉर्क प्रोड्यूस झाला. तेवढा टॉर्क प्रोड्यूस करण्यासाठी जेवढा करंट पाहिजे तेवढा करंट जर सप्लाय कडून घेतला, देन मोटर स्टॉप स्लोइंग डाऊन. दिस इज द सेकंड बॅक EMF. ओके, मोटरवरती जर सडन लोड अप्लाय केला तर काय होतंय, पहिला इफेक्ट मोटर स्लोज डाऊन होईल. मोटर स्लोज डाऊन झाल्यामुळे मोटरचे आर्मेचर कंडक्टरचं स्पीड कमी होईल. इफ द स्पीड डिक्रीजेस अकॉर्डिंग टू द इक्वेशन, द बॅक EMF it will be decreases. If the back EMF of the machine it will be decreases, it means that the current flowing from the supply, that is it will take the large current from the supply. Okay, due to that large current the motor torque it will be increases. Okay, motorचा टॉर्क काय होईल, it will be increase होईल. सो टॉर्क इन्क्रीज झाला याचाच अर्थ लोड इन्क्रीज झालेला आहे. ओके, टॉर्क इन्क्रीजेस दॅट मीन्स लोड इन्क्रीजेस. आता तेवढा टॉर्क प्रोड्यूस करण्यासाठी जेवढा करंट सफिशियंट आहे तेवढा करंट ज्यावेळेस मोटर घेईल त्यावेळेस टॉर्क प्रोड्यूस होईल विच इज रिक्वायर्ड बाय द लोड. देन मोटर स्टॉप स्लोइंग डाऊन. मोटर स्टॉप होण्याची मोटर स्लो डाऊन होण्याची स्टॉप होईल. सो दिस इज द सेकंड बॅक EMF. and then third one back EMF which is opposite to that of, okay, याच्या अपोजिट आहे सेकंडच्या अपोजिट थर्ड वन. याच्यामध्ये बघा, इफ द लोड ऑन द मोटर इज डिक्रीजेस, मोटरचा लोड काय केला, डिक्रीज झाला. सो मोटर लोड डिक्रीजेस. फर्स्ट इफेक्ट इज दॅट motor speed or motor speed it will be increases. Motor speed काय will increase होईल. Okay, so that means if the motor load it decreased, then the motor speed it is increased. So if the speed increases momentarily, it will take a maximum speed or it may be a excess speed. Due to that, the back EMF it will be increases. So back EMF it will be increases. That means the torque requirement. Okay, torque requirement of that of motor it will be decreases. Back EMF increase झाला की current काय होईल decrease होईल. So if the current decreases, then torque requirement is decreases and motor start accelerating. म्हणजे 1500 rpm पेक्षा जास्त स्पीड ने पण मोटर काय होईल रन होईल. ओके, so if the motor it is start accelerating, at one point motor stop accelerating, motor accelerating होण्याला stop होईल. The current taken from the supply which is just sufficient to produce a required amount of torque which is required by the load. जेवढा लोड ला रिक्वायर्ड टॉर्क आहे तेवढा टॉर्क प्रोड्यूस करण्यासाठी जेवढा करंट लागणार आहे तेवढा करंट मोटर ज्यावेळेस घेईल, ऍट दॅट सिच्युएशन मोटर स्टॉप ऍक्सेलरेटिंग, म्हणजे मोटरचं स्पीड इन्क्रीज होण्याचं स्टॉप होईल. सो दिस इज द थर्ड वन, बॅक ईएमएफ. ओके, गेटिंग? So this is the back EMF concept and there are three significance. These are the very important point. All of you keep in mind as per the exam point of view. So and it is also very interesting. So this is nothing but the back EMF and its significance. Getting? याच्यामध्ये काय कोणाला doubt? Is there any doubt? Hello.
No, sir.